Hello and welcome to another ROFFS update of the ocean conditions using sea surface temperature and chlorophyll imagery from the past weekend of December 17th through 18th. Overall, we continue to observe the Gulf Stream cool with it at approximately 81 as it extends through the Florida Straits and 79 to 80 as it extends past North Carolina. Starting to the south off of Key West, we can see a relatively large eddy spinning here off of Key West, pushing the Gulf Stream relatively far south, and some favorable Gulf Stream associated water to the west and inshore in the area. Looking north, zooming in a little bit here, as usual, it's relatively difficult to pick out any eddies unless they're particularly large through the Florida Straits. So we'll take a look at the chlorophyll imagery to see if we can find something there. But looking over at Stewart here, we can definitely see some sort of rotation here, pushing the Gulf Stream out and circulating some favorable water inshore. Further north, again, a series of smaller eddies in the area indicating action off of Sebastian, Cape Canaveral, certainly north off of Jacksonville to Matanzas. There appears to be a relatively large eddy. A smaller one here off of St. Helena. Looking north to Charleston and Georgetown, relatively stable conditions to approximately off of Georgetown here, where we can see the Charleston bump kicks the Gulf Stream relatively far east with these two smaller eddies here, and then a extremely large eddy extending from Cape Lookout to just north of Georgetown, circulating some favorable water inshore and southwest. Looking north, we see some scattered clouds in the area, but overall, again, relatively stable conditions extending to Cape Hatteras. It looks like there is a little eddy circulating in this area. And then we will look at the associated chlorophyll data. A little bit more clouds certainly in the area in the chlorophyll data again, but you can see relatively clearly here this big circulation off of Key West. Things look relatively stable off of Florida. It looks like a pretty small eddy right there, but overall pretty stable inshore, extending north again to that Stewart area, and then another one a little bit further north here off of the Sebastian area. Clouds, you can see a little bit where that eddy started to push some blue water again inshore off of the Jacksonville area. Again, this big kick to the east from the Charleston bump, and this relatively large eddy circulating through the area, and then these secondary eddies circulating inshore as well off of Georgetown, and then relatively stable conditions again extending north through the remainder of the area to Cape Hatteras. With that, as always, to place an order for the most recent analysis for your area, you can go to our website, ROFFS.com. You can give us a call at 321-723-5759, or drop us an email at fishing@roffs.com. With the holidays coming up, we will be closed December 25th through January 21st, and look forward to many new fishing adventures in the new year. Thank you very much. Tight lines.